Hello. This is a very short, impromptu kind of stream. The behind the scenes little live stream to Snezhnaya and the future drop this morning. I've been actively trying to avoid stuff about this. I did get one spoiler, and that is that Snezhnaya is officially dropping on August 12th. So, happy birthday to me, because my birthday is on August 14th, and it's dropping 2 days before my birthday. So I'm choosing to believe that this was done as a birthday gift to me. So thank you, Hoyo, for this birthday gift. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get to this. I'm gonna say one thing before we start the stream. I don't know if we got any teasers of the Sarita. If we did, it would have been all over my feed, so I don't think we did. But I'm gonna say this now. I need everybody who is actively in the Genshin community to curb and manage your expectations on what the Sarita looks like, because I can guarantee no matter what we think she's going to look like, it will not meet our expectations. It will be completely different. Look at what happened with Maoika. Expect nothing and you will not be disappointed. That's all I have to say. But I'm excited for Snezhnaya. I hope, because there's a lot of Slavic influence here, I just need one little crumb of Hungarian something. Like a name, a dish, some clothes. I do not care. I just need a tiny crumb and I will be the most happy girl ever, because like that I live for that crap. So, let's get this started. It is only 20 minutes, so this is going to be a short stream, so we probably won't be streaming longer than like probably 30 minutes or so. We'll see how much I yap. But okay, let's get this started.
去年这个时候，我们担心大家对于
I forgot to turn on captions. I'm so sorry.
去年这个时候，我们担心大家对于诺德卡莱还不算太了解，所以当时做了一期节目，从创作者的视角，跟大家分享了一些诺德卡莱的简单创作思路。不过比起诺德卡莱，我觉得大家对于至东的了解就要多很多了。比如说，至东是冰的国度，语言中的大本营，冒险家协会总部的所在地。
Okay, I have to pause. I'm so sorry. We are literally 30 seconds in and I have to pause because I have to share this little fun fact that I learned literally yesterday that technically is related to what we're going to see. So if you look at the bottom of the screen down here, it says, "This is a work of fiction and not related to any actual people, events, groups, or organizations." The reason that that statement exists in media is literally kind of connected to a lot of the heavy inspiration for Snezhnaya. So the Tsaritsa is named Anastasia, which is very much inspired by the Grand Duchess Anastasia Romanov, one of the 5 children of the last Tsar and Tsarina of Russia, being Alexander and his wife. So one of the advisors to the Romanov family was known as Rasputin. He was a faith healer. He was a bit of a kook. He wasn't a bad person from what we know of history. He was just a little bit weird. He was a little weirdo. Like, you know, those modern people that do the grocery store walks. Hi, Will. Yes, I have started the stream. I'm just yapping right now about something, and then we'll get back to watching it because I have crazy brain and I have to talk about this. Okay, Rasputin. He was crazy. Basically, you know those people that walk in the grocery stores and talk about how, oh, you can't have seed oils, and any of these chemicals are really bad for you, and soda will kill you because it killed a bunch of rats. That's basically what Rasputin was, because the youngest Romanov had hemophilia, which means he had thin blood. If he started bleeding, he'd bleed a lot and he got sick all the time. So basically, the Tsarina brought on Rasputin to basically advise her and help heal Alexei. And Alexei did get better with Rasputin because they were trying more natural methods, and it helped. But because of the way things were with the Russian Revolution of the early 1900s, which led to the Bolsheviks taking over, and again, eventually removing the Romanov family from this planet, Rasputin was lured in, was before all this happened, like before the Romanovs were removed from the earth, a general in the Russian army he was like a well-standing figure, lured Rasputin to his home and also departed Rasputin from this earth. I'm not going to try to say the actual words, for any reason. But when he did that, the only thing that happened was he was exiled from Russia. And then eventually he wrote a book going into great detail, very much dramatizing how it was dang near impossible to unalive this person, but he did it. But he admitted to it. He admitted to doing it. And then MGM in the 1930s, I think, made a movie based off this book. And they heavily dramatized it, and they got sued. They got sued by this guy. And it didn't pan out because he said, oh, you're portraying that I actually removed the man from this planet, which he did admit to in the book. But they ended up suing for something else completely that happened in the movie that did not happen in real life, and they won. And basically the lawyers for MGM had told MGM, you would not have been sued if you had put this statement, this is a work of fiction and is not related to any actual people, groups, or organizations. You would have been avoided being sued. And they started putting that in every single movie. And then other studios started taking notes and doing the same thing. And now to this day, when you have video games, movies, television, and even books, they have to put this statement there because people are dumb and will sue. Even if obviously people who are saying, no, it's not true, they have to put that there. And I just think it's a really interesting full circle moment that we've got this area we're going to in Genshin that is very much heavily inspired by pre-Romanov fall Russia with a character named Anastasia. She's named. There was a couple different character announcements where she is named, where she's the one talking about the character, I believe. Like, I think it's differently spelled. Let me double check. I remember reading that she has a name, and I remember because it was posted like on Twitter, I believe, that her name there was a name drop. It was discussed in leaks, I believe, but there was a post on Twitter from Columbina's drip marketing, where the name it's her government name is Anastasia Fedorovna. Anastasia Fedoronova Snezhnaya. That is her name. Oh, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. But yes, if you go to the wiki, the Genshin wiki, it is on there, and the notes for her full name, it does come specifically from Columbina's drip marketing, which was from last year. So yes, her name is Anastasia, which again, I think is a very bringing it back to that this is a work of fiction, and knowing that the reason for that statement existing is because of technically the Romanovs and Anastasia is very interesting to me. Sorry. Okay. I'm done with the rambling. We are getting back to the live stream.
尤其是在《空月之歌》版本的这一年中，相信旅行者已经充分感受到，提瓦特世界的局势目前可以说是暗流涌动。那相信大家对于未来下一个目的地至东的旅行也充满期待了。所以同事们找我来录这个节目的时候，我起初是有点困惑的，感觉大家早就认识过至东了。就是说，比起前瞻特别节目，现在这里算是一个前瞻的节目。那关于至东这个期盼已久的新国家，我们还有哪些可以和大家聊一聊的话题？
至东这个国家，明面上是对我们过去承诺的这个提瓦特7国旅行的一个线性的延伸。但实际上呢
I'm very excited. I am very much someone who is very interested in history and learning about things from the past. So that's something I do love is seeing how Hoyo does try to incorporate a lot of those key historical elements into the game. Like the inspiration behind Al Haytham and his namesake is very interesting to me. So as someone that is very interested in those sorts of things, seeing it kind of popping up here and there in Genshin is a lot of fun.
而是一直在升级，一直在渴望有新的、更有创意的设计。所以我们要做的其实是既要保持《原神》这个作品的一个
I agree, I hope
亲
so
切
as
感
well.
和代入感，让旅行成为生活的一部分。又要不断的去尝试这种新鲜的、令人惊喜的体验方式，让这种旅行可以沉淀情绪持续的去具备意义。这个事情说起来很轻松但实际做的过程当中还是有不少需要推敲的地方的。所以今天我们就可以聊一聊这里面的门道。
Brains.
早年的至东如果要给它提炼出一种轮廓的话，那多半是以一个比较邪恶威胁性很强的这样一个形象出场。然而6年过去了，旅行者们慢慢意识到，至东这个国家它有着自己对于命运的一个抗争路线，只是这个路线呢，在很多场合下，它体现出了一种对其他势力的排他性，甚至可以说在7国之中，至东是那个站在抗争命运最前线、最主动也最坚定的一个国家。
一个想要与天理和命运抗争的国度，它肯定要具备与之匹配的实力。
I think that line is very important. A nation must have the strength to match its ambitions. And yes, misunderstood but deadly. Because technically speaking, why they can be viewed as a villain by everyone else is because they're going against the natural order of fate and the world, which makes them the natural enemy of everybody. Without even them really wanting to be an enemy. It's because they're fighting the world because they're fighting fate. And I think it's really interesting how all of our perceptions of Snezhnaya and the Fatui have shifted since our very first impression of them. Because I am still one of those people that is 100% in the camp of Venti let Signora take his gnosis. Because again, Venti is a dangerous little twink. Like, that boy is dangerous. If you've read any of his lore or done any of the world quests in Mondstadt that are related to Barbados, where we go to do Spiral Abyss, that used to be the tallest mountain in Tevat, and Venti dumped it in the ocean for fun. He did that because he was bored. That's how strong Venti is. I think people forget Venti is very strong, and he is the child of the shade of time, which is, again, one of the strongest kinds of elements because time comes for everybody. Time is ruthless. Time spares no one. So Venti being the child of time does make him one of the stronger archons that people underestimate. Venti is very strong. So why would it be so easy for a basic human witch to take his gnosis, to take the gnosis of a god who is a descendant of time, unless he let her? So yeah, again, like you said, misunderstood yet deadly, but they're not all powerful. And even the most powerful ones we've seen still have cracks. So, yeah.
而至东确实是具备这样实力的，比如遍布提瓦特各国的愚人众组织，大家见过的诺德卡莱的巨大研究设施，都彰显出至东强大的工业与科技实力。除了这些大家比较熟悉的内容，在至东本土还有着一个历史悠久、实力强大而又神秘的种族——妖精。我们在诺德卡莱见过的伙伴菲林斯、利奈亚，都属于这一古老的种族，而他们的诞生最早可以追溯到古国亥珀波瑞亚。这个国家的诞生与毁灭，其实都和天理、天使、降临者有着千丝万缕的联系。他们之间的故事，我们在以往的版本中是有过少量提及的，比如双月之子收藏的中北岛歌集，也就是被玩家们戏称为诺德卡莱的日月前世。而在至东上面提到的这些势力，他们之间的过去和未来，还会被进一步的揭示。
大家都知道从1.0版本开始，至东就在为
As do I. I'm a big fan of Faye, being, half Faye myself. um, I want to see more Faye lore, and kind of when we did Linnea's story quest the other night and seeing them drop the lantern Faye, I was like, Flynn's? That's Flynn's crumbs. Yeah, I want to see more Faye. I want to see more Faye. I did enjoy getting to learn about the augury bird Faye in Linnea's story quest. That was a lot of fun, but it's like, I want to see more. I want to see more Faye. We got another Faye that we got a preview of from Snezhnaya in Linnea's story quest. There was an NPC that was very obviously Snezhnayan Faye there. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, girl, let's go. So I'm excited to see more.
某个神秘的目的派遣愚人众的执行官前往各国去收集神之心。那截止目前呢，除了火神之心以外至东已经收集到了其余的6枚神之心。并且比较有意思的一个点就是大家都知道，这其中有不少国家的神明各自出于一些理由，把自己的神之心
That's important right there. The fact that they're saying chose to hand over their gnosis to Snezhnaya's envoy as what seemed like a very small cost. Now, why would you show Venti and the Venti and Signora scene where she took his gnosis and include that line, chose to hand over? He let her take it. He let her take it.
以一个很小的代价交给了至东的使节。那我们也看到社区里有很多旅行者非常积极的去讨论这些神明背后的考量对于这些神明而言，就好像是让至东女皇拿到自己的神之心是一个对提瓦特更有利的选择。那这背后的原因呢，也会在至东这一年向大家讲述清楚。
Yes, that was also a confirmation of that as well in the most recent event with Venti and Varka. It was I don't think it was like the Varka story quest, but it was one of the most recent events in Mondstadt with Venti and Varka, where Venti does also confirm it, but a lot of people haven't played that. So yeah, no, that had been a theory for years, and it was officially confirmed, and they just they doubled down on that confirmation that yeah, he let her take it. So yeah.
原神有一个重要的设计原则，就是既需要有亲切感，又需要有奇幻感。比起1比1的还原某个现实的国家或者地区，我们会选择提炼来自不同背景，而且又彼此联系的各种文化要素，把它们以一种自洽的方式重新组合在一起。
大体上，至东是处于一个比较冷的、极寒的这种自然环境下的，它类似于现实生活当中的东欧，还有近北极圈地区。那这个地方的家园其实是人们在冰雪的夹缝当中，通过火焰和钢铁开辟出来的。因此，我们也化用了不少现实世界当中对应地区的这个文明特征。但是在此基础上呢，针对这些现实的人文痕迹，我们其实也做了很多提瓦特自己特有的奇幻的演绎比如说到这个雪国至东那旅行者可能就会想到一部经典的电影叫《雪国列车》。或者说一个游戏系列作品叫做地铁或者叫 Metro， 那这就是一种冻土地区特有的工业和人文符号。那有没有一种可能就是原神当中这个列车的车厢，它本身也可以是一种人文的呈现呢？
Them mentioning Snowpiercer was really interesting. That is a really good movie, and I've heard the show is good too. I have not seen the show, but I have seen the movie, and the movie is really good. I highly recommend watching it. But seeing them again specifically mention Eastern Europe, I am holding out hope that we will get some Hungarian stuff, because like that's Eastern Europe. That's about as Eastern Europe as it gets. Please, I just give me something. I need some crumbs, please. I'm desperate.
比方说它可以拿来用作营地，甚至拿来去搭一个剧院，对吧？有点像是在废弃工坊里面搭设的那个北京的798，也可能像是《生化危机》当中从博物馆改造来的这个警察局。那这种人文要素跟实际的用途之间的一种交错感，那在我们看来也会构成一种比较有意思的设计。
提到列车，在游戏中它通常被视为一种载具，但在如此大规模的地图里面，载具应当遵循怎样的运行规则？车厢内部的空间又能承载哪些玩法？或者说它的定位可不可以不只是移动？
Yes, it should. Also, them mentioning the train being used as like a center stage reminds me of oh god, there was like a movie. It has Keira Knightley in it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it has Keira Knightley in it, and it's set on like a stage and like a train. Like the stage is set up like a train. It's very interesting. Oh God, what was that movie called? Let me look it up real quick. Oh God, where is it? Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina. That's the one I'm thinking of. Anna Karenina. But yes, it would show the class system. That would be so interesting.
工具，这些都是我们在设计阶段需要反复讨论和探索的问题。在枫丹，我们曾设计过巡轨船，由于船体规模较小，运行在相对简单的轨道系统中，只要关注质心的稳定性和基础转向的移动即可。但像火车这样由多个车厢组成的复杂结构体，在几何结构和运动模拟上的处理就要复杂得多。在联机环境下，状态同步和角色交互的设计难度也会显著提升。同时，为了保证整体的真实感，不同轨道之间的调度策略、车辆与环境之间的交互，以及
It's crazy though, yeah. Like how far we've come from like 2020 when this game first came out to here we are 6 years later, finally getting to Snezhnaya. It's crazy and kind of surreal, huh? It's crazy. And there's still technically, from what they said, 4 more years left in the main story. It's crazy. Yeah. I remember the original teaser. Gosh, it's been so long.
及车厢内外之间的场景切换，都是需要系统性梳理和深入研究的课题。当然，对于以上这些问题，大家永远都可以相信原神的技术团队，我们基本都已经解决得差不多了。
那不仅是风景啊，音乐其实也是大家非常关注的一部分。那至东的文化原型呢，就包含了有古典交响乐，其中还有承载了一些国家漫长抗争史的严肃音乐，以及还有一些广泛分布于斯拉夫各国的
Yes, give me the Slavic music, let's go!
Mix 的小伙伴已经努力的给旅行者们重现过有巴洛克，还有古典主义的曲风。而在至东呢，旅行者或许还能够听到宏大深沉的现代主义，还有一些奇幻如魔法般的浪漫主义作品。
Monster music, oh my god!
这个话题肯定鸡哥有更多可以讲的。我注意到了一件事，我们这些年对外的宣传都宣称自己是开放世界冒险游戏，但实际上用开放世界这4个字拿来定义原神有点狭隘了。比如什么叫开放世界？地图做得大，角色跑得快，内容堆得多，算开放吗？我觉得这些都太过片面了。原神的本质乐趣应该是不同维度的原子化玩法相互叠加、相互作用的结果。在地图里率性的探索，和怪物战斗，了解 NPC 的故事，各种简单直观但是代入感很强的体验，都可以根据旅行者的需要自由实现。我们觉得这才是原神玩法最有趣的地方。
要我用一个词来定义原神的玩法概念的话，我觉得应该是交互吧。我们用尽可能精简的交互行为啊，足够明确的交互协议，去呈现了很多丰富有趣的交互反馈。有个冷知识啊，就是原神的元素反应以及各种移动模组的这个设计，是早在我们的策略对抗和数值规划之前就已经确立好的。所以他们的初衷其实都是为了玩法交互去提供一些原子化的符合直觉的容易理解的这个协议框架。就比如说我手上有个火元素，我拿去碰一下水元素是不是会冒烟拿去碰一下草元素是不是会烧起来前面有座山，这个山看上去呢不算高，那是不是可以爬上去？那爬上去之后呢，山上有个鸟窝鸟窝里能掏出几个禽蛋，那这些蛋是不是可以拿来做菜？旅行者其实是在诸如此类的这种尝试和验证当中不断的去积累一种简单的快乐，然后呢潜移默化的去理解这个游戏后续的玩法当中需要用到的知识。我们在前期其实花了有1年多的时间努力的让这种根源性质的乐趣尽可能广泛的分布到这个游戏的各个内容模块上，让它去贯穿有生态、人文、战斗和探索这几个领域。原神的世界在玩法层面的这种立体感和鲜活感，其实是建立在这些比较细腻乃至于很琐碎的这种小乐趣上面的。
原子化玩法其实是一种不可再生资源，就是所谓的做一块少一块。那到了第6年，设计上可以突破的空间也就越来越小，对于我们概念设计能力的要求也就越来越高了。举个例子，比如说冰元素，我们可以赋予它封存的概念。那如果它封存了能量， 它就可以看作是某种电池；那它封存了记忆，那就可以看作某种信息存储和在线的介质。当然，策划的
That's a really important point of cryo being the element of preservation. There have been so many things, which is unfortunately due to climate change, that we've discovered that has thawed out of the ice that has given us insight into the way we used to live before the ice age. We've found fully preserved, like perfectly preserved Siberian tiger cubs. We found in pristine condition preserved humans to the point where we can actually see tattoos on their skin and see what their last meal was. We shouldn't be able to find these things because the ice shouldn't be melting. But he's right in the sense that ice is a preservative. It keeps things and you can learn and helps provide energy where you find things and things like that. Like looking at how like glaciers work, that's energy. So I think that's a really clever way of looking at ice. I like it a lot. I like it, Picasso.
脑洞肯定比我说的还要夸张。那比如说万一冰元素封存了某种古代禁忌的力量或者概念然后把它藏了起来，那旅行者可以借用某些手段呢，激活这些力量或者概念来获得一些收益。
He did just say that there's going to be some cryo stuff coming very soon. Like he just said that. He literally just said that. So, but he said basically they were trying to look at cryo in a different perspective, because he said basically what's going on is because they've come so far, they are starting to get a little more limited in what they can do because they've already done so much. So they're trying to find new ways to be creative. And that was one of the ways they went. So I'm excited. He just kind of gave a teensy, no context spoiler for what we're going to see in Snezhnaya, and I'm really excited.
这个好像说的有点多了。用策划的专业术语来说，就是预期大家能够通过相似的交互协议，让统一的交互行为呈现更丰富的结果。
在过去的旅途当中大家遇到的大部分的敌人其实都是那种各自为战的，他们之间呢也没有太多配合。那至东的愚人众既然在设定上它是一个高度组织化、军事化的一个势力，那么它应该在战斗当中呢也应该是有分工配合、互相掩护的。所以在至东版本，我们也尝试让敌人的行为更加的有组织纪律了。一方面呢去增加一些生动性，另外一方面呢也能提供一些有趣的对抗策略。
利用元素反应或者利用单个元素的特性是原神一直以来非常重要的玩法。在至东的战斗中，大家也可以进一步的利用冰这个元素，让它不只能够触发元素反应，还能够破坏、碎裂，甚至改变战场地形，影响敌人的行动路线。这意味着战斗不只发生在怪物和角色之间，而是发生在怪物、角色以及整个环境之间。
I think so too, especially seeing as how my main is cryo, so my Genshin main is still cryo, so I think I'll be okay.
比如说一些元素反应会在这个版本有全新的演绎他们甚至在至东地区的探索和剧情当中都起到了重要的作用。另一方面呢，也是指我们团队正在探索和超越现在这个原神的可能性。就比如说旅行者他作为降临者他可以在一个
Are we getting more traveler skins?
体验到一套
Oh my
和原
god!
神原本
Oh my god! Guys, we might be getting traveler skins. Look how good they look! Look at my girl Lumine! Look how good she looks! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so excited! Look how good they look!
截然不同的新玩法，那大家可以尽情的。
The little hand pointer thing is so great, but guys, look down here. Do you think they might be listening and will possibly give us region traveler skins? People have been asking for region-based traveler skins for years at this point. Give us what we want. Give us region-based traveler skins.
想象只有降临者能够做到的事，可能会比当初大家见到在枫丹的那种水下体验还要更加意外吧。我们上线已经是2020年的事情了，那时至今日可能在很多玩家的眼里原神已经是一个老游戏了。那玩游戏一定要赶时髦嘛，要玩最新的嘛，这是人之常情。所以我们在创作更多内容的同时，也会关注如今的玩家喜欢什么东西。 就让大家感知到原神其实是在与时俱进的。那早些年呢，我们通过一些简单的天赋设计来反映了角色自身的身份、职业和性格特点。
I still like that Raiden can't cook. She still can't cook. She's still one of the only characters who can't. And I love it.
到了罗德卡莱这一年我们让角色们和世界有了更多的这种生态人文性质的互动。而接下来呢，在至东这个版本，我们就会去尝试让一个角色的身份特色在游戏里得到更多的体现。就比如说如果说有一个角色他的职业是比方说歌手那在原神里面，我们不仅能够观赏到一个歌手的演出体验到这个歌手他华丽的技能表现甚至是不是可以通过某种可以游玩的方式在游戏内听到他哼唱各种动听的歌曲呢？
我们看到很多玩家非常在意原神的画面和渲染效果的提升，得益于这些年大家设备的升级换代，未来我们会在新角色身上做重大的视觉升级，在保留原神原有的风格的前提下，让游戏内的角色呈现更加具有高级感。届时大家会有非常明显的视觉感官优化。
Yes.
我们做内部测试的时候，有同学就惊呼：“哇，这把我干哪儿了？这还是原神吗？”但是话又说回来，作为一款卡通渲染风格的游戏，许多光影效果和纹理细节都是我们美术同学手动调节甚至手动绘制完成的。如果盲目向写实风格的游戏作品看齐，贸然的堆细节加精度，会导致游戏画面显得杂乱，失去视觉焦点，也不够温暖和梦幻，破坏沉浸感。而且贸然大幅升级，往往意味着放弃低端乃至中端配置的玩家，其实是不合理的。毕竟我们不能为了一厢情愿的技术追求，不顾大多数玩家的游戏体验。
原神以往的演出和玩法，它大体上都是分开的，那大家只能体验到演出有进步，却很难去玩到这个生动的玩法。所以这几年我们一直致力于让游玩和演出的部分融合到一块儿。就比如说 5.3 版本的这个古斯托特的 BOSS 战还有月之4版本的这个博士的剧情战，对吧？还有月之5版本的这个法尔加的地脉战等等等等。那在至东的这一年我们会让更多的游戏内容尽可能的就具备上述这几场战斗这种演出般的效果。不仅如此我们还会统一一部分 NPC 和怪物的行为。举例来讲比如说有些他巡逻的卫兵会加入一些突发的战斗，那有一些被击败的敌人呢他也有可能解锁隐藏的剧情。在至东旅行者还会获得一种妙妙工具不同于过去这种比较单一的小道具功能这个工具会赋予旅行者去改造我们环境的能力甚至可以跟其他的旅行者去通过某些方式共享这种改造的效果，就让大家能够按照自己的想法去体验和优化原神的世界。原神的未来不对，这期我是不是看过去年我是不是也在这个问题上想了一下，感觉有点诡异说回正题就是很多人会觉得就是我玩原神玩到今年，我就是为了看到至东完结但是完结这个词其实很伤感。
How are you doing, Bernie boy?
读者对于作者迄今为止的作品的
It
认可
really is, because one of the things Genshin spoke about in its first initial teaser was the 8 regions that we knew of: Mondstadt, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, oh god, my brain is fried. Mondstadt, Liwa, Inazuma, Sumeru, Natlan, Fontaine, Snezhnaya, and then they added Notcry. And we're getting Conria, so that's technically 9 regions, but they only announced 8 at the beginning. I have a feeling there's going to be more that they're adding to it, because one thing they did reveal through... No, you're fine. That they did reveal through Skirk is, and we knew this, Teyvat is its own planet. It is a planet, and Aether and Lumine are siblings from another planet. They're aliens. They're travelers. And so is Skirk. Skirk is from another planet. So I feel like what's going to end up happening is once we are finished with Teyvat, we're going to go to another world. I don't know where. Probably something connected to Honkai Star Rail, because we know there's like, I think Dvalin, we've seen Dvalin in Honkai Impact 3rd, and we've seen the Traveler's Wings in Honkai Star Rail, so we'll see. And technically speaking, it's also connected to, I don't understand how, it's also connected to the Fate universe somehow, so well, we'll see.
但是呢，它同时又封印了这个作品未来一切的可能性。我们都知道伟大的故事女巫，对吧？野猪公主的作者，西木兰卡的缔造者，小杜林的母亲魔女 M， 对吧？安德斯多特女士，她曾经在剧情里说过一句话，叫做每个故事最大的遗憾，便是要有一个结局。那对于我，或者说对于我们团队以及很多旅行者而言，我觉得原神它已经不是一个故事了，就原神它其实是生活的一部分。那至少我是没有办法想象说这部分生活从我的世界当中被剥离开的，所以大家可以放心从我
Wait a second.
世界当中被。
Okay. I thought for a second that was mean. It's not. I think that's really cute though. You got Child, there's Fischl, there's Yao's Bunny, there's Child, there's Toma. It's so cute seeing that the employees also collect these little things for their desks. I love it.
剥离开的，所以大家可以放心我们既不会去强行的给这个故事画上一个莫名其妙的句号，也不会说为了一个很功利的理由强行给它一个给这个篇章去续命。我们觉得旅途是有它的意义的，那过去是，现在是，未来也是。那作为一个产品呢，其实进化同样也是永恒的课题。那为了进化，这几年其实我们一直在积极的去和来自世界各地的游戏设计一线的很多前辈们去交流。我们就发现所有的经典的游戏作品大家其实都有类似的困难。那遇到困难的时候呢，解决的方案也都是事必躬亲。比如说《最终幻想7》重置版，那它的故事内容非常的丰富，所以团队花了非常大的力气，让每一部作品入坑的玩家都可以很快速的理解剧情。
I'm going to say this because they're talking about making sure you can understand the story and get up to speed. I feel like a game that they should be looking to for inspiration on how to continuously make new content, keep it in the world, and keep people interested while adding new things is Final Fantasy XIV Online, which has been online for over 15 years. It's been online for a long time. The title has changed since it became an online game, but that's a good example to use. And also, technically, even though neither of these games are gachas, like Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, these games have been online for a very long time, and they keep releasing content that even players that stop playing for a while, people still come back, they still get people coming in. It's about doing, that's why they constantly do these new things that sometimes players who have liked the game leave, but it brings in new players. You have to keep changing and evolving in order to keep the game consistent, to keep the game relevant, and to keep people coming back. The difference between Genshin Impact and games like Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft is Genshin is free. At its core, it is a free game. Yes, they maintain their servers and they are able to get funding through things like, again, the gacha system, merchandise sales, collaborations, things like that. That's how they get their money, unlike games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV, where you do have to pay a subscription, whether it's monthly or yearly. You have to pay a subscription to play on those services, because those services do not have a gacha system. There is in-game purchases you can make, but those games do require a subscription to play. That's the difference with Genshin. Genshin does have to work a little harder than World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV Online, because it is a free game. People are not going to always want to pay to play Genshin Impact. So they have to be able to bring in people to want to play the game, and they do need to be able to make money, so that's why they have to keep doing these new things. But when it comes to like storytelling and trying to make sure you have ways to continuously bring in an audience, I feel like they probably do look to games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV Online for their inspiration, because I can definitely feel some of that inspiration a little bit from time to time, where you can see that they are taking like plot point cues and storytelling ideas, not like copying them, but the way the stories are being told. They're getting ideas from these other games, and that I think is great. But obviously we know that, again, you're always drawing inspiration from other sources, and it's great that you can kind of see that.
能够上手。死亡搁浅2它的地图比较错综复杂，那其实是小岛秀夫先生他自己一遍一遍的跑自己的游戏地图，然后呢让团队逐个的去把这些地图调整至车辆可行，最终实现了一个玩家用载具的时候，在任何一个地形都可以畅通无阻的行驶的这样一种自然的体验。那有的前辈呢，他为了多平台性能的考量，放弃了使用内存负担非常大的这种商用的扫描素材，就带着自己的团队纯手工去调整了很多写实风格的雪山和溪流。那诸如此类的一些例子啊，就是当我们知道在产品进化的这个道路上，我们跟世界顶尖团队的这个路径，其实比较类似的时候，就突然变得比较有信心了。
而从至冬开始，原神的进化要开始加速了。这种加速会在未来某些节点兑现，并且如原神提瓦特篇上线时一样，我们为这个行业带来了一些重要的想法参考和思路改变。我们有能力在2020年给这个世界带来惊喜，那么在5年后、10年后、20年后，我们仍然有这个能力做到。我们始终相信，一个真正打动人的作品，从来不是靠一时的风潮。原神能走到今天，靠的是一群人日复一日的坚持与创新，和千万旅行者们一路走来的陪伴。IP 之所以能成为 IP， 靠的是高品质的内容设计与长时间的持续产出。在至冬，我们将继续秉承这样的理念，把更多激动人心的想象，变成玩家可见、可玩、可感的全新体验。
The preview for the music is good. I like the preview for the music. So, yeah, I think that's it. So that's basically it. I'm very excited. I know this was the special program for the special program. We will probably get the special program in probably a month or two. I'm very excited. So, all the little teasers they've given us, I'm very excited for. I'm very excited to see what Anastasia, the Tsaritsa, looks like. I'm very excited to see what she looks like. I've been waiting for her design for years. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, and I'm going to reiterate now, whatever expectations we all have, manage your expectations, curb your enthusiasm. Whatever you think she's going to look like, she is not. That is already what I have like mentally steeled myself for. I think the expectation we all have in our heads, she is not going to look like at all. Like, I already have one theory. I think she is going to be a medium build female, possibly. Because I've talked about this before, and I will make this statement really fast. So, the Archons reflect the amount of, like, the ratio of playable characters in the game. And it's been a while since I've, like, done these numbers. I need to do the numbers again, because we've had more characters come out since then. But the current male-to-female ratio in Genshin is about 3-1, I'm pretty sure. It used to be 2, now I think it's closer to 3. For every male character, there are 3 female characters. And obviously Genshin has 5 model types. You have medium build male and tall build male. You have small build female, medium build female, and tall build female. And as of right now, we have 6 Archons and a sub-Archon, which is Columbina. She's not an Archon, but she is the Archon figure for Nodcry. And of those Archons, the Archons are a reflection of the playable characters. This is a theory. So we have 2 male characters. We have Venti and we have Zhongli. And then as of right now, we have 6 female Archon-type characters. Well, not 6, we have 5. We have 5 right now. We now technically have 6 with the Tsaritsa. And the balance is 3-1. So for every 3 females, there's 1 male. We have 8 Archon characters. 2 of them are male, 6 are female. So there's again that laying into the theory that the Archons reflect the playable characters. Now, we have 1 small build female Archon, currently 2 medium build female Archons, and 2 tall build female Archons. And this is why I think the Tsaritsa is going to be a medium build female Archon and not a tall. Because the amount, like if you look at the amount of playable characters in the game, the body type that has the most is the medium build female, followed closely by the tall build female, which is tied with the medium build male. Then the fourth would be the tall build male, and the least amount of models is the small build female. So, based on that and the percentage being reflected in the Archons, I really still do believe, I think she'll have a unique female model type, much like Skirk and like, oh shoot, the cow character from Notland. My brain is fried. I do not remember her name. But you know who I'm talking about. I think the Tsaritsa will have a model like that. She will have a unique medium build model character. So that's my theory. But yeah, so we pretty much ended the special program for the upcoming special program. I did have one other thing I was going to discuss on stream today before I end the Genshin stream, and it is not related to the Genshin stream. I'm just leaving this up, but I'm going to go run over it really fast. So last year, I had a live stream where we reacted to part of the final sagas of Epic the Musical going live. And it was announced the other day that Epic the Musical is going to be produced by Jerry Bruckheimer of Pirates of the Caribbean fame as an animated film. Now, I'm going to say this. I've seen some people online saying he's the director. He's not. Jerry Bruckheimer is a producer. He is producing this into a movie. And people are talking about how this is going to be made. And I had some theories, and I just wanted to share them on stream in case anyone cares about Epic like I do. I enjoy Epic very much. People were talking about the voice actors and the animators who made animatics for the musical being involved with the movie. I have a theory that I don't think many of them will be, because that's the point of a concept album, and a lot of things that happen in concept don't make it to the finished product. I think some of the bigger animators who helped produce the visual look of Epic, like Gigi and Wolfie and Neil, should be brought on in a consultative capacity with for character designs and stuff like that. And I think a lot of the singers who brought the characters to life in the concept musical should be able to be brought on in a supporting and cameo capacity, because I think the guy who created it, Jorge Rivera Harans, is going to do one of two things. He's going to stay as Odysseus when it becomes an animated feature film, or the alternative is going to happen. He is going to step back, and he is going to handpick somebody to take on the role of Odysseus. That's what was going to happen. He's either going to stay, or he's going to choose somebody to play Odysseus. We'll see what happens we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit too, because I think a lot of people don't understand how Hollywood works and how concepts being turned into finished products work. But yeah. All right, I think I've rambled enough. I said I was only going to try to stream for like maybe 30-40 minutes, and we are almost at an hour. This was, again, just going to be a short stream. I will be streaming tomorrow. We are going to try to finish the world quest in the Temple of Space in Genshin tomorrow. The stream will be starting probably around 4 or 5. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'll announce tomorrow. We'll see. Thank you for those of you guys that stopped by. It was good seeing you, Pickle. It was really nice chatting with you about the special program. Will, thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody who stopped by and showed up. I really appreciated you guys stopping in, and I will see you guys all next time. Don't forget to use the code Snezhnaya 2026-812 and get 200 Primogems. Go use it. The code expires in 3 days. All right. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I will see you all tomorrow for our next Genshin stream. Goodbye.